Hello everyone, hello Chef Ben.
Hello.
Hello Normal Barry.
Hello.
Sous Chef Barry. So recently we made a video where we compared a UK Fanta to a Nigerian Fanta. The differences were colossal and our comments blew up with suggestions of other international foods that we should try versus the UK equivalent. And we've got a lovely list of four for our experts to try today.
Can't wait. Don't know where we became experts, but I'm here for it.
Ebbers, lift the cloche on number 1.
Oh, I even think I might know where we're going here.
Really? So these
The branding is iconic. The word in the middle changes.
It absolutely does. These are Walker's Crisps.
Prawn cocktail flavour, the best flavour.
Yes, so again, a flavour localised to the UK, appears in other areas as well, but we as Brits love prawn cocktail Walkers. When you move to other areas of the world, what happens?
Well, they're no longer Walkers, they're Lays.
Barry, lift the cloche on
In the
number 2.
US and Ireland. Is it all over the world?
Oh, all over the
And
world.
in Europe.
And in Europe.
And in Thailand.
Oh.
Also, Lays, singular.
My understanding of the fact that they are the same logo but different names is that they were two different companies ago.
Absolutely. So the UK version started as Walkers. Walkers were acquired by Frito-Lays and then moved across, but we're Brits and we like Walkers. Don't you dare change the name.
Yeah, stick with Henry's original surname.
Exactly. Oh,
I read it off the
Evans,
back
have
of
you
the, no, I read it off the back of the packet.
This crisp packet contains 2 flavours in one. 2 different crisps
Goodness me.
in one. You have prawn and you have Thai seafood sauce.
Excellent.
And they are designed to be eaten together. So
Okay.
2 different crisps eaten together for a flavour sensation.
And they are slightly different shades of colour in the seasoning packet.
UK's first. That's what we're dealing with. Well, you got a little bit more seasoning in yours and
I mean, it is the logo. It is literally one of those wrapped in a red ribbon.
That is the tangy cocktail sauce, I expect, the Mary Rose sauce.
Chocolate and prawn cocktail is my favourite.
I love it. I feel like it is a flavour that doesn't travel the world.
Agreed. Let's try flavours from another part of the world.
So do I need to...
Yeah, we
We have to
need...
get one of each.
Do people do this? Comment below. I've got a lot of prawns. I need a greenie. I think you eat them together. That's what we've been told. Great, isn't it? This is flavour pairing. Cheers,
Cheers.
guys.
Wow, there's a lot more going on. Oh, it's quite fishy, isn't it?
That is instantly a lot more fishy.
Interesting that in Thailand, a crisp serving is 44 grams, whereas in the UK, a crisp serving is 25. So, for me, nostalgia with Walkers.
So
It's
fishy.
what we grew up with.
Really pleasant.
It's kind of a safe space and a comfort space, and I love a bag of crisps. The more common lay flavours, or more common to us, that you find around the world, I feel like they're on par. When you start playing with new flavours like this, that's when it gets exciting.
That's really delicious.
I like it.
Yeah.
The fermented fish is in there somewhere, and I don't know if that's from the prawn side or from the sauce side, which would probably have fish sauce in it. Could be from both.
The prawn crisp is obviously fishy, and it is fishy, and it's delicious. If you taste the dipping sauce individually, that's where you get almost your fresher flavours with the chilli. And the chilli comes through quite strong.
Really lovely.
So, if you had to pick a preference, are you sticking to what you know and what you're familiar with, or do you actually prefer the new thing that we've been suggested today?
I mean, they're not like for like, because I actually prefer a crinkle cut before you put any flavour on anything.
Oh, it's already.
However, so the nostalgia of home or the excitement of playing away, I'd like to play away.
Interesting. I'm walking down to my local convenience store, getting a meal deal, and I'm selecting this every time.
You're going.
I'm sticking with the classic.
Staying home.
British classic.
Well, there you go. Community suggested product number 2. Lift the cloche on A.
Uber familiar.
British Coca-Cola.
Does the tiny cans important?
I don't know why they're tiny cans.
Probably also portion size recommended, because a full can is not a recommended serving size.
Is it not?
330ml.
There are different varieties of Coca-Cola using different forms of sugar.
Yeah.
The UK version, typically sucralose, so table sugar. That's how it's sweetened. Lift the cloche on B.
What is that?
This is Thumbs Up
Thumbs
Indian Cola. So now owned by the Coca-Cola company. This is actually really interesting. So In the 70s, Coca-Cola was produced in India, but withdrew from production and sale in India because Indian regulation came in that forced those companies to release their recipes. So they withdrew.
Secret.
Two brothers created a cola drink from scratch that proved so popular that in 1993, Coke came back in and acquired the company.
Okay,
Interesting, right.
Cheers.
Do you know what? I have it so rarely. Because
I
it's
know,
so
same,
naughty.
same.
But
It's
it's
so
one of
sweet.
those things that when you have it, you might as well have the proper one.
Yeah.
And then have it once a month, I'll have a Coke, and it's a treat.
I'm not sure I've had that for such a long time. I now remember why it tastes so good with rum.
I'm always concerned about, as a kid, I used to drink pints of it as well. You know what I mean? After football, I had a couple of pints of Coke.
Couple of pints.
Oh,
You must have had the furriest teeth in the
I
world.
know, I know. Look at the colour of them now.
Okay.
Oh, right, okay. It looks darker.
We've done that thing with the comparison we've not got one to compare it to now. But it is definitely darker.
Definitely darker.
More of a caramel. They use caramel as a flavouring, right?
Yeah, so cola flavouring, cola flavouring in both. The ingredients are very similar.
It smells like when you make cola from a soda stream. And
Yeah.
you use the soda stream syrup, which has got the caffeine and cola colouring and flavouring.
Tastes more like a Haribo cola.
And almost salty. It's got 22 milligrams of sodium in it.
Oh, it is!
It's less sweet. You can feel the sweetness in your teeth, but it's almost, because there's a salty element to it, you kind of taste more of the spices in it.
I think it tastes more effervescent. It tastes more fizzy,
Yeah, it
even
might
though
be more-
fizzy is a sensation.
Yeah, but it might be carbonated more for sure.
It's
this
lighter.
is where I'm just casting my mind back. Isn't the coconut a thing? Don't mean coconut. I mean, is it cola? The cola nut. It's
Yeah,
comes from a nut, right?
there is a cola nut.
Cola nut.
And
yeah.
as we talk, you're going to see information boxes with actual well-articulated facts. This is simply, let's try some stuff and you're going to learn and read as we go.
Yeah, it's the cola nut, and in this case, caffeine and caramel. It's really nice. It is salty,
I quite like that saltiness.
which cuts back on the sugar.
Do you think that's because of the location and the heat and... I don't know, right?
yeah,
What does salt really do? I mean,
When you
it
buy a
retains...
lime soda, you can have it sweet, you can have it salty, or you can have it both in India, and your body, especially you've been perspiring lots, and I do, it's really lovely to refresh.
That is significantly different. And I wonder what the original 70s recipe tasted like. Pick a side. Are you going home team? Are you going away?
See, on that particular one, as I said when I had it, I have it so rarely, and it is kind of naughty.
treat.
But I feel like that, albeit it's got the non-caloric sweeteners, feels more grown up. I can imagine putting that into cocktails better.
Yeah. The addition of the salt, for me, makes that a really interesting drink.
I think I'm going to give thumbs up to playing away.
Great.
That's
Fantastic.
not an endorsement in life itself, just this drink.
And it's exactly how you'd spell it.
It is.
That is a low blow, and I'm sorry. That's
fine.
No, but I made
It's
the
fine.
joke and you didn't
It's
understand
fine.
why it was funny, because you didn't know it was missing.
For goodness sake.
Sorry.
It's not fair, is it? I'm going to take
It's
it.
not. Let's move on. Number 3, one cloche, but we still have 2 products of the same thing. Lift it.
Okay, yeah.
Fromage.
Let's talk Brie.
Oh, not Jacob's Cracker.
No.
Oh.
Here we have a French Brie and a UK Brie. Both the same cheese. Brie, obviously named after
The place.
the place in France. As a chef and a cheese lover, Ebbers, what are the characteristics of a good Brie?
Oh goodness me! Well, I think it's like this. It should start when you slice it. It's obviously, it can be various sizes, but a wheel, when you take a slice, it should begin to try and run away a little bit at room temperature, which this one has. You've got that wonderful, I think, like tacky, jelly cheesiness all the way through.
And our French Brie, less ripe. So what does that mean?
Texture-wise, it's going to be more chalky. It's not going to have. You can actually see even difficult because they've used different yeasts, but even the
The rind.
hasn't
less bloomed?
as much because it just needs another couple of weeks to be at its best, probably.
Can we eat some, please?
Let's eat some. Yeah. So taking into consideration the ripeness, just see if you can taste any difference. I'm gonna duck this one if that's okay, just because I won't appreciate it.
Oh, how do you enjoy Brie? It's so mild.
Yeah, because I'm a giant.
But do you know what?
Wimp.
I'm not sure it should be mild. Like sometimes it can be mild.
Can
and like,
smell mild.
But that's often the cheaper ones. A good Brie still has a wonderful pungency, almost a straw, vegetal straw mushroominess to it. It's really creamy. So we know the west country of our country grows luscious grass, and that leads to excellent dairy, that leads to excellent milk, and it's that excellent milk that makes it a really creamy, delicious cheese. They do mellow in the sense that it's not too acidic, and it's definitely not blue, but it is bloomed. It's really yummy, but in a kind of mushroomy, straw, vegetal kind of way.
Try the French version and see if there's any noticeable difference.
Worth noting, probably a little bit underripe. Could do with a bit more time to mature, just so that all the yeasts that you get on the skin continue to do their work and break down. You can see where it's starting to break down on the skin, but it hasn't yet got to the middle.
This, even though it's less ripe, is more funky. I can see you leave that a little bit longer, it's going to definitely out-funk the British one. Right now, that's a funk that I'm into.
Yeah, you can handle that funk.
Yeah, I can handle it, baby. Don't know why I call you baby. Why do I call you baby? That was weird.
Yeah, that's normally just for off camera.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Would you describe it as being fruitier or nuttier, perhaps?
Hazelnutty.
Hazelnutty.
But it's more farmy.
More
Yeah.
farmy.
Yeah.
I think you taste the grass more.
Interesting. The terroir.
Yeah. But also, it will depend on the quality of the grass.
Through the research and tasting notes, typically Somerset or Cornish Brie from the UK, far more creamy,
Right,
as you've mentioned, whereas French Brie from Brie, perhaps a little bit more nutty, grassy, fruity, and you taste more of those notes.
I think I've realised more in this one that I've not been eating Brie from Brie. I think I've always presumed it was, but I've never had anything that tastes that funky from a Brie, from a supermarket.
And I think that's interesting where we talk about a production style method from a place and then take all of those methods and do something similar but different with it.
One thing I say to people who don't like cheese,
Hello.
people who go, I don't like Brie, is you go, you've just cancelled out an entire category of cheese when there are so many different types of Brie to have. Like,
Come on, like, what am I playing at? Shall I try this?
take a proper slice.
Just let me be me. That's not half bad. It's really creamy.
I find it's almost fudgy.
Yeah. I was going to say chalky, but it's not chalky, it's fudgy, it's a good word.
I like Brie. I was afraid of Brie, and it wasn't until you said, don't summarise all Brie and say I don't like Brie. We've got two very different ones there. Do you have a favourite?
By far the Brie,
Yeah,
as opposed to
same.
Somerset Brie.
Brie.
It's more complex in its profile.
Tastes more cheesy.
Lovely. We've got one more. It's a banger.
Okay.
I think you'll be very interested.
Okay.
'Cause I am.
Excellent.
Last one. This was so highly recommended, you probably read it in the comments. Give it a lift.
Ah, yes, I did.
I did not. What do you mean? How's there there's only one?
Comes from Dublin.
Yes.
Or does it?
However, they don't make it world over from Dublin.
What is this?
This is
Nigerian.
Nigerian
Yeah.
Guinness.
No!
Yep. First thing to know, Guinness in a can, very different to Guinness and draft. In my opinion, I think it tastes different. Jamie, do you agree? Yeah. Kush
I think
agrees?
that's quite universally agreed.
Universal fact.
Draft.
Good.
Draft of
Sticking
anything.
with that.
I think draft of anything versus canned or bottled of anything.
Very different.
That's why I always have draft wine.
Yeah. Well,
Thanks, Kush.
so instantly, what are you seeing?
I'm seeing.
I've just done that and it went all over my leg.
All right, Dad. Do one. He can do one thing.
I mean, I know that. I know that, but I was given a can that doesn't do that across 3, so...
So on looks, comparison, I mean, it looks smoother, it looks creamy head, more velvety, less carbonated.
Silly question. Has it got the widget in it? Is that what does it?
Yeah, I think it's at the bottom.
The nitrogen.
Yeah. Cheers. Okay, so good old Guinness, brewed in Dublin.
A 4% stout.
Very familiar. You get that lovely flavour of Guinness. It is metallic, almost irony.
Irony, but it's molasses, it's malty, it's a savoury, malty, irony.
With a bit of a tang at the end. Straight off the bat, as Ebba said, 4%, 4.1% in those cans. What are we dealing with here, Basil?
7.5.
Instantly, the smell of molasses.
Oh, it's so fizzy.
It's fizzier.
And you're getting a lot more of the Guinness flavour, which I didn't know was there, if you know what I mean.
It almost tastes sweeter. Like,
there's
maybe I'm smelling more.
Don't know what you mean by Guinness flavour.
I'm getting more flavours from the drink.
You sound like Jamie.
I can't work out if it's because of the carbonation that's releasing.
I think maybe.
A lot more things going on.
I think because it's also thinner, it's not as cloying. Like that is almost dessert in a glass. I know it's not, but it's got that cloyingness to it because of its viscosity, whereas this is thinner, fizzier.
And more bitter, I'd say. It's almost like releasing the bitterness of it.
Yeah.
The job it serves for me is very different as well. Like a Guinness is like, it's a treat almost. I always think of Guinness as like my pudding beer.
I normally start it because it's flat. Because people tend to say they can drink a lot of Guinness because it's flat.
Yeah.
But then you go to that and it's definitely not.
Yeah.
The foreign extra is fizzy.
It's probably more refreshing in the heat.
True. I like it.
I do like it.
I think it's really tasty. It's just not like any Guinness I've had.
Outside of Dublin, Nigeria is the country that brews the most Guinness.
Oh, that was on my card.
That was fun pub quiz trivia that I learned a couple of weeks ago.
Did you know?
I feel like all of these conversations, and we bounce from Brie to cola to crisps to Guinness.
Yeah.
They're all commonplace in our diet. We know what they all are, but we know nothing about any of them. Like I don't know what defines a Brie in reality. Don't know much about the cola nut, and actually I don't know what makes a stout a stout.
The more I drink this Nigerian Guinness, the more it tastes like Guinness soda. Like it's getting sweeter with every sip.
Yeah, it is sweet. It is also. It drinks like a lager. Brewed to travel the world. More hops for a bold, intense, rich flavour. This is Guinness with adventure in its soul.
That is how I describe it. That is an adventurous Guinness. And it's Moorish, which is dangerous when it's 7.5%.
Go back, have that, and then go back to the other Guinness. And the other Guinness tastes
one was
boring.
mine? This one.
It's really weird. It's in terms of what compared to it, it's just a bit flat and boring.
It's a lively Guinness.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that is Guinness on a nice fireplace, a nice cosy pub.
Couple of Guinnesses.
That is Guinness after diddly diddly.
Yeah.
You want a diddly, you want a good fiddle, a guitar, and an excellent bit of Irish music, and suddenly it's much more lively.
A proper dance. What a wonderful way to sum it up.
Oh.
Do you have a favourite?
I think this one's going to have to be the classic for me because 7.5% and I'll be under the table in no time, and you don't want to know what I do down there.
Oh, diddly.
I think I'm staying at home because I think the classic means too much to me.
I love the fact that we tried that. In fact, I love the fact that we tried the alternate international versions of all of those because there is a stark difference.
Have a crispy
They were
Guinness.
fantastic. Lovely. What did you guys think? Comment down below with your thoughts on those individual products and send us a whole load more stuff that we should try from your country and compare it to the UK versions.
Jamie, your Guinness is settled. Thank you.